Hi, this is Cristina and Jenifer from FEvolve Women's Fitness, and we want to talk about building healthy, sustainable habits today. So part of what we do is really helping women find habits that they can live with for a long time. It took us quite a bit of time to be able to find a daily life that continues to promote our own health. I think that the word habits is really important because it's something that you do every day. It's something that becomes a routine for you. So building those healthy habits that keep you going every day ensures that you're going to stick with it.
So a huge part of it is understanding that it isn't a quick fix. You're building the daily healthy habits, and they're also changing because your day changes every day. There's always something that comes up, there's always an emergency that happens, and you have to adjust, and you have to adjust your schedule. So it's learning to live with daily changes such as those, and still continuing to maintain the healthy journey that you're on.
And having the tools that you need to be able to continue that even with the changes that happen each day. You're not going to wake up and feel exactly the same each day, and all the things that you think you're going to get done, something may happen and you may not get to it. And
that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
So this teaches you how to build habits where you're meal prepping. So if there's an emergency and you have to run out of the house, you have already meal prepped and you've already planned for something, so you can just grab something quick and you know that it's healthy. It's not.
I think one of the biggest things that we've both learned is that it's really trial and error, and it's always going to be trial and error. You know, something that works for you today might not work for you 6 months from now. Something that you thought would never work for you might actually really work for you. And you have to just assess each month, each week, and see what's working for you and what you can continue, what seems realistic in your own lifestyle and how you run your day-to-day life.
And allowing yourself to know that some things won't work and some things will work, and forgiving yourself if you're trying to stick to something and then you slip up, you make a mistake, you've forgotten food to bring with you, or you missed a workout. It's not the end of the world. It's totally okay. You just have to start the next day and the new day tomorrow.
I think one of the things that's really important is giving yourself guidelines and not necessarily rules that you have to stick to. So you call them guidelines, you call them
habits,
right? And it's allowing yourself the freedom. So you have these guidelines that you hope to stick to and you wish to stick to, but you also allow yourself freedom to enjoy your life, because that's one of the most important things. Is so many people jump into diets and exercise programs and they're still not enjoying it. And you need to wake up every day and enjoy the process that you're doing. So these guidelines are something that you really sat down with and you talked to a coach with, and there's something that you actually enjoy doing every day.
And they're sustainable and they're attainable.
Yeah.
They're practical. They're not unattainable goals that you're setting for yourself.
Like Jen said, it's practical. So someone who's a stay-at-home mom and has those guidelines for herself, those are going to work for her. They're not necessarily going to work for somebody who's working in an office all day. So they have to be practical. They really have to be practical for your own life.
And somebody who is naturally fit or in a healthier state compared to somebody who is ill or somebody who's in pain or hurting, again, it's not that they're not going to have the same experience or be able to do the same movements or to live the same daily lifestyle.
Right. So that's what we really try to focus on a lot, because it really has to be something that you can live with for the rest of your life.
And something that you're happy to live with for the rest of your life.
Happy to live with is very important. So another thing is what pops up a lot is having a healthy relationship with your scale. A lot of people believe that they should be weighing themselves every single day, and quite honestly, that's not healthy, and that's not something that you should be living by.
No, you don't want to be obsessed with any part of this. You don't want to be obsessed with the numbers or obsessed with the calories or obsessed with the workouts or obsessed with the sizes. You want to enjoy this entire process. We want you to enjoy this entire process.
Right, and that number on the scale is going to change, especially as you continue to get healthy. Your body goes through a ton of changes, and your body composition is different from the number that's on the scale.
And when you're first starting out, your body is going through a lot of changes on the inside, and you're not going to see them right away on the outside. You have to give yourself a chance. A lot of people stop before your body really gets a chance to get going.
Yeah, and I definitely remember that time when I was on the scale every single day, every morning, first thing I was trying to see, and the number wasn't moving. I was like, what's going on? But that's, it connects to your brain, you know, it's not a healthy habit to build.
It'll put yourself down. And then me with my journey, you'd go through plateaus when you go through an extreme weight loss. You have big snowball drops, and then all of a sudden nothing's happening, and you can get very, very frustrated. All you have to do is either meet with a coach or tweak something small, usually some small change, and all of a sudden you're going to have a big snowball again. Mm-hmm. So then the scale again doesn't mean anything. Numbers are just numbers.
Yeah. So building that healthy relationship with your body and with the scale is important for you to be able to do this for a very long time and to stay healthy for the rest of your life.
As opposed to following the scale, what do your energy levels feel like? Do you feel better in the afternoon? Do you feel more sluggish anymore? How does it feel when you move? Is your movement a little easier? Or how do you feel when you're walking? Do you walk better? Are you sleeping better? Are you eating better? All of those things are connected, and all of them give a much, much better look at an indication at what is actually going on inside of you than a scale ever could.
Yeah, and then it also comes down to, how do your clothes feel? How do you feel when you get dressed in the morning? What I hear a lot are people saying, you know, I feel lighter this morning. I feel really good, but my weight hasn't changed. My clothes fit well though, but my weight hasn't changed. Something's happening in your body, especially if you're waking up and you're feeling so much better getting dressed, you feel a little bit lighter, something's happening. Step away from the scale, you know? So there's so many other measurable ways to track your progress.
And also just following and holding yourself accountable to your guidelines that you've set for yourself, not the guidelines that we've told you to follow, because that's not what this is, but it's the guidelines that we've talked over with you and that you have established and set for yourself. Trusting in those and giving them a real chance, but just trusting in the process and keeping yourself accountable. Are you following your guidelines that you set to yourself? Are you following your meal plans? Are you following your workout? Are you following your goal for the week or for the month?
And realizing and being honest with yourself, are you following those guidelines 20%? You know, are you following them 80%?
Are you making excuses?
Mm-hmm. And that's important, is to be really mindful of that. Like, how much am I following these guidelines? Am I following them enough that makes me happy and makes me feel really good? Or am I still waking up and I'm feeling a little bit about it?
Or are you getting frustrated because the guidelines you set for yourself are too much?
Right, then it's time to dial it down a little bit and rethink them until the time is right.
On that note, small steps are very important. You don't want to take leaps and jumping bounds in this process. This is all about the small steps and the small changes and the small adjustments that are going to, overall and in the long run, really get you to where you feel great about yourself. Mm-hmm.
That's really the bottom line, is we want you to really feel good every single day that you wake up. Think about, what can I do first thing in the morning to feel good?
And a good way to track that is jotting down a sentence when you wake up and really looking at that, and then focusing on what happened yesterday. Not dwelling on it, but just thinking about, what did I do yesterday that makes me feel this today? Or what is happening today that's making me feel this morning? And acknowledging that and addressing that before you start your day. Just take 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. And it's a simple, sustainable, healthy habit that you can do and that you can take, and a step that you can make that will help you commit to your goals and help you stop making excuses for your day moving forward.
I hope that gives you some sort of insight on building healthy, sustainable habits that really fit for your lifestyle. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'd be happy to talk with you.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.